to touch on real quick is read your client. Read your client. You may have someone that's an IT or an engineer or something like that. They're going to be super numbers driven. They're going to be super analytical, and they're going to want to get to the meat and potatoes of jumping in the numbers, right? The wife could be like, oh my gosh, I just love her, she's great, you know, and you're BFFs with the wife, right? Always know the wife, the husband may be the head, but the wife is the neck. Right. So read your room, right? Read your room, read your clients, dive into the numbers. If you have someone that is super like numbers driven, then you dive into that. But then you make sure that you're including, if the wife is a super high I and super social, that, you know, you're including her in that, because it's a relationship business, right? And you've got to know your numbers and the relationship, so the two marry each other and you move forward in that process.
Yeah.
But read your clients. When you're sitting down, if you're doing a PowerPoint presentation on a listing appointment or a buyer consultation, and you see their eyes kind of glazed over, or they have not asked questions or interjected, they just maybe like tuned you out because you're just off to a roll and you're just going,
Right.
and you think you're fabulous, and you've talked yourself right out of the deal. So be aware, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna just, when you said that, something came to mind, you know, that AEIOU, right? So when we're working with a buyer, we always do a buyer consultation, right? But do we really do a seller consultation? I was always taught a 5-step listing presentation. And the 4th step was the night before or a day before I actually went on the presentation. I went through and did a seller questionnaire with them. And I will tell you this, that seller questionnaire outlined basically the AEIOU. And I was really able to peel away at what we needed to talk about when I met with you face to face, because their please write it down for me is not really their objection. The objection is there's a trust or a lack of trust, feeling confident that I'm going to get the most I need to net. Does that make sense? So if you're not doing a seller consultation before you actually go out there, you're doing yourself a big disservice, because you need to, through that process, when you get out there, you're going to really be able to talk about what is the most important thing to you. What did I just do? I identified the real issue.